Now, before we get into the forecast, I do want to talk a little bit about this Saharan dust. You might be thinking, Danny, is this some new recreational thing people are using? No, no, no. It's always been real. It's always been a thing. And we always have it, or I should say always, we sometimes have it every once in a while. It'll move in from the Sahara Desert. It will rise and then eventually sometimes make its way here, kind of following traditional paths of some hurricanes. And it is seeing a couple of kind of dusty skies out there into Texas as well as southern Louisiana. And eventually some of that will make its way in the upper parts of the atmosphere for us tomorrow. It is going to be very faint, though. I don't think it's going to be very visible, but it is going to be there. Thankfully for us, it's going to be on the lesser side for those 4th of July fireworks, so visibility should be okay, but just note that it's kind of hanging around for us here and could kind of linger into the weekend and beyond. Now, the good news is just off to our south in terms of air quality, it's not too bad. It's moderate. Obviously, we want it to be good in the green like we are here, but it's moderate, so not a lot of it's hitting the surface. But again, it could reduce some visibility at times, but the good news here is, again, it's staying elevated and could create some vibrant sunrises and sunsets. So just something to keep an eye on. But I think for now, we talked about it last week a little bit. I think for now, it won't limit much in terms of that visibility for fireworks. Let's go outside to a live look over Fayetteville. 84 degrees. You don't want it to be 48, but 84 degrees. Feels like 87, a little bit muggy out there. Dew points are in the upper 60s in some areas in northwest Arkansas, some areas in the low 70s in the River Valley, so not too shabby. Eventually, though, we will make our way further into the upper 60s and low 70s as we go throughout the week. So that humidity that was kind of absent yesterday and not too shabby this morning is going to be a little bit on the higher side starting this afternoon. But in terms of the feels like, with high temperatures pretty seasonal, it's not going to be too shabby. We'll be in the kind of 90s, maybe close to 100 on Saturday and Sunday. So nothing that's really out of the ordinary, but it's still going to be kind of uncomfortable nonetheless. In terms of what we're seeing right now, you're seeing a couple of kind of just scattered clouds, I should say, across the region, and a little bit of some light showers here near the McAllister area. That might make its way through the River Valley. Nothing of too much concern. A lot of it's going to be just very light and very isolated at best. Our better chance of rain is going to come starting tomorrow. High pressure off to our north gave us pretty comfortable conditions for us and is continuing to move off to the east. That's also going to make it so that it's going to move more out of the south in terms of that flow. And it's going to allow some of this rain, this remnants of Tropical Storm Barry, to make its way here. So what does that mean for us? Rain chances, albeit not a ton of rain chances, but some at that. So as we go through this afternoon, this evening, and maybe a sprinkle or two, I wouldn't really put too much thought into it. It's not going to be much. Then as we go late into the overnight hours, especially for areas along and south of I-40, we could see those scattered showers during the morning hours and then redevelop during the afternoon. I think we'll mainly just see showers, but just something to keep an eye on. Then as we head into the 4th of July, we'll start off dry, rain kind of moving in from south to north, though, during the late morning of the afternoon. You can see pretty isolated nature. Then once we get to 8:30, things are tapering off, and then for those fireworks, it looks dry for now. Is that final? No, but it's something to keep an eye on, and for now it looks a little bit more isolated, but some areas still could see that rainfall. After the 4th of July, kind of on and off rain chances continue through into next week, so that kind of keeps our high temperatures pretty seasonal. Again, our normal high this time here in northwest Arkansas is 88. And we're right around that 88, 89 range for much of the week. Same with the River Valley. The normal high is 93. We're right around 92 to 93. So that rain, a little bit of cloud cover is helping us out. It's still going to be pretty muggy, though. And again, just be mindful of those rain chances, especially during the day on the 4th. Have that radar handy, just in case some rain kind of rains in your parade a little bit.
All right. Well, we've been watching it all week. And
yes.
So far, we're getting close. The news has stayed pretty good.
The news has stayed pretty good, and things, thankfully, are getting a little bit more clear for us. But unfortunately, that rain chance still lingers.
All right. Well, at least it's not too